just don't exist. Like, they're not real.
It's Chargers week, and welcome back to the latest and greatest episode of the Shaving Points podcast. My name is Jayden May, joined as always by my co-host Quentin Crisco, talking NFL bets, college bets. How we doing tonight?
Just ready to talk some ball, man. Ready to talk
ball.
some ball.
Talking ball. All right. So
week 6, excited, amped up. The model is here. The model is out. Here. Model went 8-6 last week.
That's winning.
And here you go. The model in all its glory. This is this week.
All right. So looking at the model this week, what do we like? We like the over in the Kansas City game. Like the under in Tennessee, Baltimore. We like Miami to cover 13.5 versus the Carolina Panthers. I'm sure Bears fans are thrilled to hear that. We like Tampa to cover +3 against Detroit.
Yeah.
We like the
also
under.
Houston, Seattle, and KC against the spread.
Likes the under and Raiders, New England. But you can go ahead and take this off the screen. No more free screen time for the model.
Adios.
Where can we find the model, Q?
Shaving-points.com.
Shaving-points.com. Where all your wildest dreams come true. And we got some fire merch. And there's an awesome donate button there to support the homies.
We got one homie donating. It's
yeah,
nice.
So, we'll remember you forever. So we love that. All right. So week 5. Great week for the Bears. Not great week for the Cowboys. But let's go on to the tier maker and see where teams stand this week.
Let's do it. Let's get wild.
Super Bowl contenders. Obviously, Texas Rangers, the hottest team in baseball right now. About to sweep
where else would
back
catch up
101 teams. Exactly.
Catch up belongs there.
Absolutely. One of the best condiments, just slightly below mustard, but it's to be expected. Can't win them all, but Super Bowl is a pretty good consolation prize for catch up there. So looking at this list of teams, got to put the Bears there. Doing it for Dick.
Oh, okay. Doing it for Dick. Should that be its own category up here?
Yeah, very top category.
Okay. Let's see. Add row above.
No, it's got to be above the Super Bowl contenders, though.
You're right. I'll get it. I'll get it right.
Okay. Yeah, we got to make sure we're doing it for Dick.
And then we got to make that like a dark blue.
Yeah.
And we'll move it right up top.
Doing it for Dick. All right. Yeah, Bears are doing it. All right, now we'll go down to the more lesser tiers. Super Bowl contenders. Is it too early to throw the Lions in there? Are they there yet? They get promoted?
I don't know. I have a hard time with it putting them there yet. But I mean, to me, they're still the tier right below. But screw it. Why not? Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Well, who else we got here? I think that's it for now. Kansas City and Detroit are the only 2 teams that can win a Super Bowl. Everybody else is just chasing Dick.
Everyone else is just pretty good.
Yeah, everybody else is just chasing Dick.
Okay.
All right. So we'll go to good but not quite Super Bowl. And this is where you'll find your 49ers, your Eagles.
Okay. I agree with that.
Bills can go in the Super Bowl contenders. They've played well here recently.
Yeah. They might. It might take them a week or two here to get back from the travel, but I think they'll be up there at the end. I think Miami's got to go in there.
Yeah. They just lost Achan, but that's okay. Okay, so who else we got here? We got the Jaguars.
Jaguars.
The last team. Last team.
Yeah. I kept getting caught on the Panthers icon. I was like, that's not a Jaguar. That's a Panther. Come on.
All right. And then might be it.
Hard to really thin out from there.
Yeah. So playoff teams, Bengals, Ravens.
Yeah. I could put the Ravens up a notch.
No. I just lost to the Steelers.
I don't care. It's the Steelers. They're going to lose a game to the Steelers every year.
They look terrible.
That's just the way that is just math and science.
True, but can't put them there right now. Let's go Seahawks, Rams, Cowboys. No, Cowboys aren't there.
No? Okay.
No.
Where are you at, Rams? There's the Rams.
Yeah.
Rams are in the playoff team.
All right. Steelers.
Browns?
Steelers, Browns, Texans.
I'm not putting the Steelers in there.
They just
Can't
beat
make me.
one of your contenders. Okay, what about Texans?
I'll put the Texans in.
Hell yeah. Texans making the playoffs, boy. Especially with no Anthony Richardson for a while. Aroldis Chapman is in trouble.
Is he? To me, Steelers are Puka.
Okay. Falcons are Puka.
Yeah.
Colts and Titans are both Puka.
I think Colts are Kirk's cousin until Anthony Richardson comes back.
Okay, we could put Colts and Kirk's cousin.
And I think Titans are there too.
Yeah, we can do that.
But Chargers have got to be Puka.
Chargers are Puka. Cowboys are Kirk's cousin.
Okay. I'll give you it. I'll let you grieve the way you choose to.
We could put Buccaneers and Puka Laduca. They're frisky.
Ooh, okay.
I think they're frisky.
Yeah, that's on the edge to me.
Saints.
Washington's probably Kirk, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely Kirk's cousin is Washington.
Saints got to be Kirk. Puka? Okay. I can agree with that. They're like
basically the entire NFC South is Puka Laduca besides the Panthers.
I mean, Puka is basically Kirk's cousin with a fun bow tie.
So I think honestly, nobody else here is on the rest. All of these motherfuckers right here on Caleb Williams' watch. Besides the Panthers who are not on Caleb Williams' watch.
Okay. I can buy it.
I mean, should we make a Shooter Sanders watch where it's like you'll probably take a quarterback, but you'll be picking like 7 to 8?
The Cardinals cannot be Caleb Williams.
Cardinals rest.
Okay.
We have the rest. Like it's overlapsing. It's just one team.
So, recap. Number 1 tier, doing it for Dick, your Chicago Bears. Number 2 tier, catch-up and Super Bowl contenders. We have catch-up, the Texas Rangers, Kansas City Chiefs, Detroit Lions, Buffalo Bills, and Miami Dolphins.
All
then
correct.
Good, but not quite superb Owls. We have the San Francisco 49ers, Philadelphia Eagles, and Jacksonville Jaguars. Playoff teams got the Bengals, the Ravens, the Seahawks, the Rams, the Browns, and the Texans. Puka
Don't sleep on
Laduca.
them.
We have Puka himself. Then the
Puka
Steelers.
Laduca.
Then the Falcons, the Chargers, the Buccaneers, and the Saints. So whole NFC South except for one team. Then Kirk's cousin is the Gardner Minshew-led Indianapolis Colts, Tennessee Titans, your Dallas Cowboys, and the Washington Football Commander Skins.
Washington Football Commander Skins, correct.
The rest, the Arizona Cardinals. That's it.
We're all
Caleb Watch. We got the Broncos, the Giants, the Vikings, the Raiders, the Packers, Patriots, and the Jets, and not Caleb Watch, the Carolina Panthers.
Carolina Panthers. I think that's our best tier list yet.
I was about to say, I think this is the best one we've done. Hands down.
So
Yeah.
we'll put that on Twitter and on X so everybody can agree with our takes because nobody disagrees on the internet.
No, it's a harmonious place. And I mean, we're right. That's the most right ranking I've ever seen.
It's true. Can't be wrong if it's on a list.
So I think that does it for our power rankings. We moving on to week six.
Week 6, boy. How are we looking on? Oh, we're killing it, right? I mean, we're just winning.
It was a rough week.
Winning.
But overall, I'm 13-14 minus 0.6 units. You are 13-15 minus 3.3 units. The model in 1 week of work, because weeks 1 through 4, no math. There's no math that can figure that out.
No math.
Week 5. The model is 8-6 plus 1.3 units. And it's only going to get better.
Model's killing us right now. We can't get beat by the machine.
We've lost every year to it. So
Calvin. Your Cardinals are going to win a whole lot more games than that. Don't you worry.
Comments.
Your Cardinals win more games. They're the rest of the league.
At least my Cardinals can hang their hat on that they beat Dallas. Other than that, we're screwed. Nah, Calvin. Things are looking up. Kyler's coming back soon, and he might not even get the job back from Josh Dobbs.
And you lost James Conner, so that's the best thing that could happen to you.
Seriously, there's things to be excited about there with the way Jonathan Gannon's got those dudes playing.
Yeah. You're in good shape, Calvin, and that division's not very good. 49ers are frauds. We need a fraud alert on the ranking next year. Fraud alert. Yes, sir. All right. So, haven't been great. Gonna be great. It's time to be great. No better time to be great than the present. And that's why we're opening the slate. Thursday Night Football. Kansas City Chiefs. Reigning world champions. You have Travis Swift playing tight end like a maniac out there on one ankle. Patrick Mahomes slinging the rock. Has no receivers whatsoever. Still getting it done. Doing his thing. Don't give a damn. I'm taking the Chiefs at home Thursday night against arguably the worst team in football, the Denver Broncos. And I'm taking them. I'm laying the 10.5, and I'm not worried at all.
So if I wasn't concerned about Kelsey at all, I was going to take this at that number, but like I'm just not. Dude, I hesitate because of Kelsey, but like I like the bet.
Even without Kelsey, they still beat them by 40.
So, I mean, there are some serious like red flags with Sean Payton in his locker room right now, which I feel like sometimes that can actually go the other way, and a team will just like come out of nowhere and win a game before they utterly crater. And
so who do you think? Who do you think is in Denver longer, Sean Payton or Russell Wilson?
Sean Payton.
That's a lot of money to eat.
Yeah, it's a lot of money to eat on Sean Payton's deal too.
Well, they can mutually agree to disagree and just void the whole thing. I don't think Russell Wilson's gonna be like, "Nah, I don't want the money." Somebody else will pay Sean Payton, I think.
So Sean Payton's contract is fully guaranteed. Like, coach contracts aren't like that, where they can just where they're built to be able to get rid of them.
But I think you could mutually agree
for a price. And Sean Payton ain't giving up easy when there's that much money on the table.
I guess, but I mean, both contracts are basically guaranteed.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like I think that Sean Payton is the better pony to pick there because like Russ ain't getting younger.
Russ has been to more Super Bowls than Sean Payton.
Yeah.
He won the
You know
same
who else
amount.
has? Pete Carroll.
Hey, Seahawks are going to draft Shadir Sanders.
Where are they going to be picking?
Mid-teens.
Okay. I don't know if he lasts that long, but okay.
Okay. What? Okay. So, say Shadir goes top 10. You know who they should pick? Michael Penix.
Michael Penix
Washington
Jr., not senior.
Washington to Washington.
Hometown hero.
A hometown hero. Would love to see it. I don't think he's from Washington. He went to Indiana.
He went to Indiana first.
But I mean, we'll talk about college later on, but talk about it's a squad right there. But
Squad.
opening the week off, Chiefs minus 10.5. Then we will go to our next game on the list here, and
Jolly old England.
Baltimore versus Tennessee. We have the London game, the under game. I would take this under in the United States. The fact that it's in England just makes me feel so much better about it. I have Ravens Titans under 41, and I probably won't even wake up for this game.
Yeah, I've had a hard time with that too.
Calvin asks, do you guys think Denver has a locker room issue with him or just growing pains as a new coach? I think I think they don't like Russ. A lot of old Seahawks players have kind of came out and said they didn't like Russ. And I think when you don't like your quarterback, that causes issues, and then your coach comes out and trashes your coach from last year, and then they come to Denver and beat you with a backup quarterback who's not good. I think just overall frustration and losing and being terrible would be the locker room issues.
Yeah, I would also think that Peyton's he inherited a lot of this team. He brought in a lot of guys to take other guys' jobs. Like, some of those guys are still on the roster. I imagine there's some bad blood there from that too. And some of those guys need to start now because of injuries.
Already throwing in the Taylor Swift references.
Yeah. I'm full of them.
Trying to stay relevant here.
But yeah, I just think that it takes a year or two for him to flip that thing. It's kind of like almost like a college coach, just because of the way that he came in and did things from the start. There's just some animosity there between him and some of the players on the roster still, I bet.
Does the world owe Nathaniel Hackett an apology?
No.
Why? You trashed this man for an entire year. He gets shit on out the door. And then the mighty savior, Sean Payton, comes in and the team looks much worse.
I mean, when they hired Hackett, I thought he was a bad coach. So, I mean, I don't know what you want me to like. I still don't really think he's a head coach material. I mean, maybe for the way he got kind of dragged through the mud with it. Yeah, I could see that. But like, I don't know. I never thought he was
everybody.
I never thought he deserved the job. I thought he was hired just because they were going to trade for Aaron Rodgers, and then that didn't happen.
That was the plan.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I think he deserves an apology.
Moral of the story: don't trust Aaron Rodgers
or Sean Payton.
Yeah, or Sean Payton.
But back to where we were, Ravens Titans under 41. My favorite bet of the week.
Yeah. In London? I mean, I can get behind in London. Yeah. I mean, the model likes it too.
Yep. Next up here, do you want to go? Which order do you want to go on? What we have
that's
bets
simple.
Just
just because it's overseas, you like the under, or just these because of the teams?
No, I would take the under in the United States.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's in London just makes it a no-brainer.
Okay. I can get on that.
both teams play good defense. Titans, I mean, if they can't get Derrick Henry going, they're in a whole world of trouble. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins looks good, but Ryan Tannehill has never really been all that good, and he's starting to look old, which is never a good thing. But
Once
I
you
mean,
take
there's
the
still
thrill out of Ryan Tannehill, it's just a Tannehill, and that's just not fun.
yeah. And I mean, Matt Vrabel's still gonna have this team coached up well. They're gonna play good defense. They're gonna, for the most part, play mistake free. Ravens are gonna play solid, but I mean, they really haven't been able to get the run game going with Gus Edwards. I mean, he's been all right, not great. And Lamar has looked good, not great. I mean, he's definitely not playing to MVP
The
level.
wide
Lamar.
receivers have really let him down. Like they had like 7 drops last week or something.
Yeah. Need to get Zay Flowers going, maybe. I think OBJ's back this week, which I don't know if that helps or hurts. You never know with that guy. Mark Andrews has looked good. I mean, that's been the bright spot for them in the past couple of weeks, is that he's been killing it. But I mean, they still have Justin Tucker, so London fans get to witness the best kicker of a football in the world, and he's an American named Justin Tucker.
Didn't see that one coming.
You're welcome.
All right. On that note,
You're
Niners,
welcome, Europe.
Browns in Cleveland.
Niners, Browns in Cleveland. I don't have this game. Do you?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
This is-
perfect.
Niners just put up a 40 burger this past week. Brock Purdy looked awesome. Browns defense is good. I think this is a letdown spot for their offense a little. I think
Browns
the
defense is very good. I like the Browns to win this game, but I didn't pick it.
Browns coming off the bye too. And the reason I'm not taking Browns here is because I think that San Fran's defense is going to be pretty hard on Deshaun Watson too.
Deshaun Watson's not playing.
Oh, well, then the backup, then DTR, even better.
DTR,
Like that's going to be
DTR's
brutal.
not playing. They're playing. Some journeyman who's been everywhere. Hold on. You keep talking. I'll let you know.
Johnny Cash?
Yep.
Johnny Cash coming back from the dead. He is starting for your Cleveland Browns, folks. But whoever's starting, that doesn't matter. It helps my case anyways. I'm taking the under 38.5 here. It's supposed to be cold. It's supposed to be wet and rainy. I think that this game has underwritten all over between two good defenses playing in terrible conditions. Under 38.5. This is probably my favorite bet of the week.
Perfect. I like that too. Where can I not find this? It's not Josh Dobbs, but like it's Josh Dobbs adjacent.
Okay, I'll figure it out. Why don't you get to Vikings Bears?
Okay. All right, Vikings Bears. Oh, I love this game. So no Justin Jefferson. He just got put on injured reserve. He might be out. I mean, he might just not come back this season. He wanted his contract. He didn't get his contract. They're playing like shit. Kirk Cousins might be on the move before we know it. And do I have to say any more than doing it for Dick? I mean, this Bears team looks reinvigorated. They look good against Denver and then kind of fell apart in the later stages of the game. But they absolutely put it on the Washington Foreskins last weekend. I love the Bears here. I'll take them on the money line plus 120. But if you want to lay the juice, it's plus 1.5 at minus 120. 110. It wasn't 110. It might have been 115, 120. Taking the juice, but I'll take them on the money line there at home. Back-to-back big-time games from Justin Fields. That offense looks like it's starting to get going. DJ Moore is an absolute animal. I expect this team to keep rolling. I don't know if they have any more running backs healthy. I think they just went and signed like Jay Ajayi and Emmitt Smith off the street last week. So, yeah, I don't know what the Bears are going to do about the run game, but I think if they can keep that passing game going, maybe get Darnell Mooney involved. Yeah, I like this Bears. Bears
For the
a
running
lot.
backs, they still got Deontay Foreman. He just wasn't active last week. And
Oh,
then
okay.
Roshan Johnson, there's a chance he could play. It just depends on concussion protocol. And they signed, I forget his name. He was there last year. They signed a running back off the street too. But so I want to like this game and I want to take it, but like, it's going to be cold, rainy conditions in Chicago for this game, which just adds weird degrees to it. The Vikings, I don't trust them to cover anybody, but they're going to blitz the shit out of you. And Justin Fields has not proven to play all that well against a good blitz yet. So I need to see him do that before I'm willing to take the Bears in this game. But the wet conditions should probably play against the Minnesota offense that can't really run the football that well and relies heavily on Kirk Cousins. Yeah. So I do like where that's at. If I'm taking anything here, it's probably under 46. But the model says the over, and the Bears are on an over streak, which is why I decided just don't be stupid, stay away, don't take the under just because of the weather. Like, the Bears are going over every game. Good dating back like week 8 last year.
I mean, especially with the way Justin Fields is playing right now. Starting quarterback for your Cleveland Browns this week will be none other than PJ Walker.
Yeah, I found that the Chicago Bears training camp legend PJ Walker.
Who did he play for last year for a little bit? Was it the Cardinals at the end of the season or Panthers at the end of the season? That's played well.
Bears signed him and cut him.
Yeah. So, and then DTR will be the backup. They just, which I don't know why they don't just let DTR play. I mean, I guess they think PJ Walker gives them more of a chance, but
hashtag free DTR.
Yeah, I mean, it put a terrible situation last week, so can't be any worse, I would assume. But all right, moving on to our next game here. We have the Seattle Seahawks at Cincinnati Bengals. What do you like here, Quentin?
So, Joey B is back. Jamar Chase is back. They're
back.
all back.
Jamar Chase demanded a trade after that game. He's so back.
Yeah. I don't get it, but yeah.
He demanded a trade. He hates Zach Taylor, apparently.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
I mean, I don't know if it's public. I mean, I see it on like the X-Rumor mill and stuff like that. But he supposedly does not like Zach Taylor at all. Which, I mean, yeah, you made a Super Bowl with Zach Taylor, but I mean, I feel like he's the weakest link of this team for the past 3 years. But maybe we're wrong about Zach Taylor. Good old Tack Zaylor. Haven't really figured him out yet.
Friend of the show, Tax Ayler.
But Joey B is back. Jamar Chase is back. The Bengals are back. So you're taking Seattle in this?
Bengals minus 2.5, brother. And I'll tell you, I want to take the under here, under 46, because again, it's going to be cold and rainy. And but after Cincy just looked like they might have figured their offense back out, I just can't do it. The under just feels dangerous to me here because of that. But I think Seattle's going to go into Cincy, and the Sea Chickens are going to look like Sea Chickens, and the Bengals are going to look like Bengals. And who wins in a fight between a Sea Chicken and a Bengal? You tell me.
I don't know. Can a Bengal fly?
You know, a Seahawk isn't even a real bird.
No, it's just like a seagull. Like,
it's an amalgamation of all ocean birds.
Yeah.
That's what a Seahawk is. And it's bullshit.
It's bullshit. Heard it here first. Seahawks are bullshit. Rangers moving on to the ALCS.
Let's go.
Let's go, boys. 7-1 win. Undefeated in the postseason.
The New York Rangers, right?
Yeah. I don't know if we'll see that anytime soon. All right, moving on to our next game here. We have the Indianapolis Colts led by Mustache Mania, Gardner Minshew, going into Jacksonville to play his old team against the blonde-haired phenom, Sunshine himself, Trevor fucking Lawrence. Jaguars are favored by 4 in this game. Minshew knows this stadium well. It is a weird number. Jaguars never beat the Colts. Or they always beat the Colts. I can't remember.
How many Jaguars fans do you think followed Minshew to the Colts?
All 7 of them.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. That their mustache, their jeans shorted up, ready to go.
How many Minshew jerseys are we going to see in the stands this weekend? Both Colts and Jaguar Minshew jerseys.
Nation.
I mean, I feel like this is a game people are going to look at, think the Colts are frisky. Jonathan Taylor's coming back, just signed a contract. He's going to get things rolling. It's hot in Jacksonville. Jaguars are good. Calvin Ridley's starting to get rolling. Christian Kirk's starting to get rolling. Trevor Lawrence looks really, really good. Back-to-back weeks in England. Finally coming back from across the pond. I like Jaguars' roll here. I like Jaguars to get it done. Give me Jaguars -4. Don't overthink it. Jaguars are the better team. And this is a must-win for them.
I like it. I'm not betting it, but I get the logic, and I think it's sound. For what it's worth, the model leans Indy, but it's a lean. The model doesn't think it should be picked.
Yeah. All right. So moving on here, we have. Oh, gross! You're betting this game. The New England Patriots going to the Las Vegas Raiders. Josh McDaniels versus Bill Belichick. Chandler Jones is in jail. So what's going to happen this year that he can't steal the game away from the New England Patriots? We'll see what the scriptwriters have in store for us. How do you think it's going to go?
Patriots are going to win. I think Patriots win somewhat easily. I think they've been embarrassed, and they're finally playing a team that is just not good. Not good. I mean, Mac Jones is a better quarterback than we've seen.
Yeah, they played the not good Jets and didn't really struggle. And then who did they just Saints. Saints are one of those teams where they're good enough to beat you like that, but they're not one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah. Dennis Allen is just like an evil genius who could like cook up these incredible defensive game plans, but like can't do a lot more than that. Like as a head coach.
Yeah, but so you got New England in this game. What's the spread? Is it a pick 'em?
3.5. New England plus 3.5.
Perfect. You lock them on the money line? Well, taking
no,
them
I just took
plus 3.5.
Yeah.
But you like them on the money line?
Yeah, I do. I think they win this game. I mean, when I was looking at it on my sheet, I thought I said minus 3.5 at first, but like, yeah. I think if
I'm gonna put it in my tickler file for maybe a little underdog parlay sprinkle.
Yeah, do it. I mean, the Raiders just beat. I mean, how much did they beat Green Bay by last night? It was what 3 points, or what did they end up scoring another?
I got called out. I didn't really see it. I had everybody was texting me about how horrible the game was. So
yeah, like Jordan Love looked like complete trash. Like so,
yeah, he's not good.
And they barely beat the Packers still. So I just don't. I don't think that Mac Jones is on Jordan Love's level of bad from at least what he was last night. So like,
yeah.
And I think Mac Jones isn't I think there needs to be some grace here. It's a new offense. Stuff will start to click here at some point for them. And it's bound to happen soon. If it doesn't, maybe it never does. But you know what? I don't see a Bill Belichick team dropping 3 in a row.
Yeah, we'll see. I tend to agree with you there, so I like that bet. Next on the list here, we have the Detroit Lions going to Tampa Bay, which is now Baker Bay, to take on the Buccaneers. Tampa Baker. Yeah, take on the Buccaneers. the Lions just sneakily have one of the best defenses in the league. Nobody's talking about it, but I still think Tampa can score some points in this game, and I definitely think the Lions are going to have no issues scoring points. Hopefully, Jahmyr Gibbs will be back this week. We'll open up that pass game a little bit more, and hopefully also getting Amon-Ra St. Brown back this week, who I conveniently have both in many fantasy leagues. So please come back this week. But with both of them being back, give me over 44 in this game. I like this bet a lot. Pretty low number for teams that have explosiveness on the offensive sides of the ball. Decent defenses, but I mean, I could easily see this being 28-21, 28-20, 23-21. I mean, I think both teams can get 3 touchdowns here, and yeah, like it a lot.
I low-key think this is a trap game for Detroit.
I mean, yeah. I don't even know. Maybe for casuals. I mean, I don't think Detroit's going to this game as a trap game. I mean, I think Dan Campbell knows how good this Tampa Bay team is, and definitely not going to overlook them. Because Tampa Bay's not even sneaky good; they're just pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I have, like, last week I had this feeling with the Lions. It's like they've lost a few, like Amon-Ra's out. They've lost a few secondary pieces to injuries, and like they are starting to be a little vulnerable until they get guys healthy back. And Tampa might be a really good recipe to really excel against those vulnerabilities, like with their ability to stop the run, and like so. And you're saying the over, which I think plays into. I'm just giving my opinion on the game. I'm not trying to.
Oh yeah, I'm just. Yeah, I'm just. I don't necessarily see it as a trap game. I mean, I think this is a game Bucks are very much alive for.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think it's a trap game just because Detroit is undefeated, right? Or are they 4-1 or 5-0?
They lost
4-1.
Who did they lose to? The only 2 undefeated teams are. Oh, they lost to Seattle. That was one of my best bets.
Okay, that's right. But either way, I think that they are riding pretty high right now, and they might get knocked down a little here soon. Yeah. Before I mean, every team needs that too. Like a winning team, you need that like kind of wake up call game, and I just have an itching feeling that this one might be it. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Give me Bucks +3.
Bucks +3. Add it to the card, boy. Hey,
just talked myself into it.
That's how you follow your gut right there, boys. All right, next up here we have the Arizona. Who are they playing?
The Rams. I wrote it wrong.
Oh, okay.
At first,
Los Angeles Rams versus Arizona Cardinals. I mean, at the beginning of the year, this game looked like one of the worst games of the season, and they had to play it twice. And now you're looking at this game, and it's like you have 2 pretty frisky teams building in the right direction.
Not the worst in the NFL.
Could be a springboard for your season on whoever wins this. I didn't pick this game. I like the Rams in this game, but I'd like to hear what you have to say because you have money on it.
Arizona's defense was on the field a lot last week. Their offense has really, I mean, they've been generally able to score against everyone they've played, which is pretty darn impressive, honestly. But I mean, that's what happens when you build a cool O-line like Arizona has. You know, you can do all sorts of fun stuff. The Rams took the complete opposite approach, grabbed 5 guys off the street and said, "You ever played offensive line before?" And it's just kind of worked. But similarly,
Sean McVay is
he's a
flexing
witch.
his nuts right now. With Puka Laduca and Cooper Kupp, they combined for 27 targets. I think there was like 19 catches between the 2 of them. Puka got the touchdown. Cooper Kupp went over 100 yards. Like this is the first time since OBJ that we've seen 2 legitimate threats at wide receiver in a Sean McVay offense with Matt Stafford. And yeah, it could be lethal.
Yeah. But Rams, their defense was on the field a lot against Philly. So I have two offenses that seem to have everything clicking and two defenses who just played a lot of snaps last week. Give me the over 48.5 in a dome.
Over.
No weather conditions, over 48.5.
You know, he must really like it if he's taking an over.
Yeah, hey, I'm 3-1 on the overs this year. I'm 1-3 on the unders. So I'm starting to like my
I've lost every
faith
under
is
I've
teetering.
taken. I've lost every under I've taken so far.
Yeah.
Haven't
The
hit
model
single.
did good on him though.
All right. And then last game here, game of the century. We have the New York Jets going home to play the Philadelphia Eagles, which Philly might be closer to the Jet Stadium than the Jets are to New York. Yeah, I'm taking Jets +7 here, and I might even sprinkle the money line. This team's frisky. I think if they can get Breece Hall going, which I think they finally decided that paying Dalvin Cook was a mistake and that Breece Hall is really freaking good. And why try running the ball with Dalvin Cook when he's not good, when Breece Hall is good? And we've seen Zach Wilson play well this year. We've seen Zach Wilson play bad this year. If we can just have Zach Wilson play not good, but not bad, I think they're live in this game, and I love them at +7.
So when I was just looking at it, it was 6.5. At 7, I do like the bet. At 6.5, I was like, I can't do it. I can't. But up at 7, I do like it. I might end up grabbing that. I'm not going to commit to it right now. But the one thing that does worry me is the fact that Jalen Carter is just destroying worlds right now. And I am not sure Zach Wilson can put up with that.
Yeah, but can he tackle Breece Hall?
Yeah.
He's never done it.
Carter can do just about anything.
He's never tackled Breece Hall in his career.
Probably not. I mean, I don't think they played Iowa State ever.
Nope, never did.
Okay, well, I mean, facts are facts.
Yeah. Take that, Philly.
Jalen Carter is unreal, though.
If you're watching this, Jalen Carter, you know I'm right.
Can't argue facts like that.
Just try not to drive too fast in your car. All right.
So another comment from our friend Calvin. If the Raiders win, Belichick needs to hang it up and ride off into the sunset, in his opinion.
No, if Belichick's staying until he gets the coaching record. There ain't no doubt about that, whether he does it in New England or he does it somewhere else. He's not retiring. He's, 16 games away from Sheila? He's not retiring.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
He's way too close.
Yeah. And that's another reason why I don't think they lose 3 in a row. He is one of the smartest football minds to ever live. He'll find a way.
So now that we've gone through our slate of picks, we got the rumor that Justin Jefferson may not come back this season after he comes off of IR. If the Vikings lose this week, they have to start shopping Kirk, right?
I mean, before we even say that, I just want it to be known. Go back and watch our Vikings preview. We said they wouldn't win a game.
Yeah. This is a hot topic for debate right there. But yeah, you might have been right.
I think I had him with like 4 wins and you had him with like 3 when it all came down to it. Like I went back and looked through all our videos. It was like, yep, we just had everyone beating the Vikings.
Every time we went through the division, we're like, we can't just give everybody a win over the Vikings, can we? And, maybe we can.
But what was your question? Should they shop him?
No, they absolutely should. will they? And who? So you have the Browns, who this Deshaun Watson injury might be a while. You have the Patriots, who it just seems like a Bill Belichick move. Like, get me into the playoffs and let me be a genius. And if I have a Kirk Cousins, maybe I can get it done. Do the Jets seem like the obvious choice, but I don't know how that cap would work out at all.
It needs to be a Shanahan offense because you're not bringing in a quarterback midseason and expecting him to learn the whole scheme. And Kirk Cousins knows Shanahan offense as well. Kevin O'Connell's a Shanahan disciple. Either that or a Kubiak guy, like a Stefanski type branch. Like, it needs to be an offense that he is very familiar with.
But if you're the Jets and you think you can limp into the playoffs and you believe crazy Aaron over there that he's going to be back for playoffs somehow off an Achilles, then I mean, you got 2 years with Rodgers.
I don't think it makes a difference because Kirk has a no trade clause and he's only going somewhere where he knows he can succeed.
Does he have a no trade clause?
Yep.
That is confirmed.
I saw earlier people talking about it, so I assumed it was true.
Every time I've heard it brought up, everybody's been like, does he have a no trade clause? And nobody ever knows.
I mean, I believe he does. If he doesn't, that definitely changes stuff, but like, I'm pretty sure he does.
Okay. So, if you're Kirk Cousins, where would you want to go? Or just play it out with the Vikings. You've made $190 million in the past 4 years at this point. Just hang it up at the end of the season, or just go find your own team.
I think at the end of after the season, it's a lot easier for him to figure out where he wants to go, where he wants to buy a house, where he wants to bring his kids and family to. But like right now, it's just like, boom, you got to pick a team. I don't think that's going to happen unless it's he's going to play for Kyle Shanahan. That's like the only one that makes sense. And that doesn't make sense. Yeah.
So if you're the Vikings, do you bench him? Caleb Williams, watch.
I don't know if he can do that. I don't know. Like,
at what point are you just trotting them out there for no reason whatsoever? I mean, they're already getting dangerously close to like being out of contention. I mean, so you have 2 teams in the NFC East that look really good. You have the Lions in your division look incredible. Rams, Seahawks, 49ers. The NFC South looks like they're going to have a couple of teams at least over 800. So, I mean, like, at absolute bare minimum, you're looking at having to win 9 games to get in, most likely in the NFC. And it's like, if they lose this week, is there a path to 9 wins when you're guaranteed without Jamar Chase for the next 3 weeks?
I mean, you're right. My thought process is really, you need to legitimize it. You can't bench him. Otherwise, the NFL might dock you draft picks when it's all said and done and they look into it. Like,
well, they have Kellen Mond.
Right. So they might dock you draft. Like,
no, I mean, all you have to say is, like, we're not making the playoffs. We might need a quarterback, so let's see what we have in a second-year guy out of A&M who had a lot of hype coming in.
So you can get away with that for 1 or 2 weeks, maybe 3, but, like, beyond that, you're not getting away with that, I don't think. I think the NFL is going to be investigating you for tanking.
Well, then break his leg.
So that's the solution. Just get Tanya Harding in the building and get wild.
Or maybe just keep throwing him out there. I mean, maybe you bench your offensive line instead.
Yeah, you could do that too. No one knows their names. Like, it's offensive line, so.
Yeah. But, I mean, I just don't see a way that Kirk Cousins starts all the games this year for the Vikings.
I mean, it could be something as simple as he rolls an ankle and they're like, we're being cautious with it. But, like, you need to legitimize it somehow.
I mean, I feel like having a second-year QB is plenty of enough reason to do it.
No, not Kellen Mond is. He's like third or fourth year by now. Third year.
Thought he was a rookie last year.
No, he was in the Justin Fields draft.
That's an MVP right there. All right, moving on to college football. We'll run through these real quick. All right, college football time, where I do much, much better. Starting out the week.
On the season, you are 17-10 and up 6.3 units. I am 18-15, up 1.6 units after a rough week last week.
Yeah, I should have went undefeated last week. I got absolutely destroyed by backdoor covers.
Me too, brother.
So this week,
I lost 3 bets in a matter of 10 minutes on backdoors.
Yeah. So starting out this week, we have one of the biggest games of the year. We have the Washington Huskies playing Oregon Ducks. Washington's at home. This is one of the biggest games Washington's had at home in decades. Michael Penix, we talked about it earlier, is playing lights out. These might be the 2 best defenses in the Pac-12 as well. But I love this Washington team. I think if they win this game, they are solidifying themselves as a college football playoff contender. Or not, they already are a contender. But, I mean, if they win this game, I don't want to say they're in the college football playoff, but they're in the college football playoff. Give me Washington -3 versus the Oregon Ducks. Next up, USC.
Oregon or Oregon?
Oregon.
What's the difference? Is Oregon the same place? Whoa.
Wow. Next up, we have USC versus Notre Dame. This is in South Bend, Indiana. I fucked up last week. I talked myself out of the USC over and took USC team total. Didn't get there. Going back to my ways. Just give me USC. Just give me the game total over 63. I think both offenses are going to be able to move the ball pretty easily here. Notre Dame is the favorite at home in this game. We've seen USC challenged, but really, I mean, their offense just keeps rolling. I mean, their defense is just so bad. So, yeah, I mean, you're telling me Notre Dame's 3-point favorites that you don't think USC can score 30 points? Give me the over 63. Like,
easiest bet of the week.
Yeah. So then next up, this is a Thursday night game. So probably if we usually put our graphics on Saturday. So this is a podcast exclusive. West Virginia -3 at Houston. West Virginia's good. Houston's bad. That's all there is to it. Next up, BYU, the most disrespected team in the country right now. They're sitting at 4-1, playing really, really good football. Going to TCU, that high school stadium. Those Mormons are going to absolutely overrun whatever religion TCU claims to be there. I love BYU +6 in that game. I think they're not Methodist. That's SMU.
They're just Christians.
Just Christians, barely. All right. So yeah, I'm taking BYU +6 in that game. I like this BYU team a lot, and I don't know why they're not getting any respect yet, but they're playing good ball right now in the Big 12. So give me BYU +6 going to TCU. Next up, another really, really good game. I mean, this would be a potential top 10 matchup if Miami didn't absolutely shit the bed at the end of the game. All they had to do was knee the ball. They run the ball instead because Mario Cristobal just was like
feeling frisky.
Yeah, 37 seconds. One knee, you win the game. He runs the ball. They fumble. And then Georgia Tech goes on to score. They lose. But going against UNC, who is just very quietly really, really good also in the ACC right now, should be a hell of a game. I can't wait for it. I like over 57 in this game. And my last I also like UNC -3.5 a little bit. I'm not quite there yet. I have it as a maybe, but I think UNC wins this game. So I may just I may just parlay the over with UNC money line and get that up to about one plus 120, 130. That might be my bet for my last bet. Just a little. Nice little parlay UNC money line over 57. Let's put it at that.
Okay.
Because I really don't want to lay the 3.5, but I think UNC wins.
Yeah. I considered some of those as well. Some of the same bets that you had. I didn't end up taking them though. So on my card here, first up is an Overpalooza. I am taking Mizzou at Kentucky over 52.5. Arkansas at Alabama over 46.5. USC at Notre Dame over 63.5 and Notre Dame minus 2.5. Iowa State at Cincinnati. Iowa State plus 4.5.
Boom.
Boom.
And
Rapid
that'll do
fire
it.
for you.
Texas Tech's going to win.
Yeah, I'm taking Texas Tech money line too, but I'm not putting it out there because I can't have my heart broken again.
We never beat Kansas State, but we're going to do it this week. All right. If I talk any longer,
there's no dressing rooms. There's no away locker room. They have to get dressed in porta potties out at the tailgate.
This Tech team should and could still be undefeated, which is the most frustrating thing about it all. But if I talk any longer, I'm going to completely lose my voice. So,
all right.
Who
are we not sleeping on? Houston Texans.
Boys. In the playoffs.
Go.
Let's go.
Playoffs.
See y'all next week.